What's up, Jets fans? Welcome to the latest edition of Jets Latest, where you get the latest on the Jets, Jets. I'm your host, the spitting statistician, Dane Martinez. And listen, this is another huge day for the Jets. Now, in back-to-back days, we talk about the Jets and the Jets front office locking up one of their young studs. Yesterday, it was Garrett Wilson and his deal, which positioned himself as one of the top-paid wide receivers in the National Football League. And today, it is Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner gets a 4-year, $120.4 million extension. That makes him the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Let me tell you something. This is a great day, all right? You're going to see a lot of stuff on social media about kind of what they do now and if they spent the money the right way. This is a huge signal from the new regime, from Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn, to lock up their own, to take care of business, and to, in essence, pay these guys. We've been talking all summer about pay the man, right? How you're going to need to pay the man, how their stats might even indicate more money, how yesterday's price is not today's price. And in essence, the Jets came through on what all their fans wanted them to do, what we at Jets Latest wanted them to do, and it is exciting to go into training camp with this kind of momentum. So let's talk about it. Sauce Gardner and the Jets, they've agreed to an extension. It's made him the highest paid corner in NFL history. 4 years, $120.4 million. That averages out to $30.1 million a year. And here's the other part. The extension runs through 2030. The same exact structure, the same exact time frame as Garrett Wilson. So these two guys are now together, are pillars and cornerstones of this organization for years to come. Here's what Sauce had to say. The deal is done. This is only the beginning. I appreciate the Jets organization for believing in me, my teammates for the blood, sweat, and tears we put in, and Jets Nation, I appreciate y'all for supporting me. Thank you, God. Okay? Listen, this is a really good day. The Jets are taking care of business. And here's the thing. Sauce is now at the top of the food chain. We've talked about him being the highest rated cornerback among PFF grades. We've talked about so many stats, right? But now another stat to add is that he is the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. Let's look at some of the cornerback contracts. Remember, I've been referencing some of these guys, right? Like how Derek Stingley signed for $30 million a year in the offseason. J.C. Horn signed for $25 million a year in the offseason, while Sauce one-ups them, resets the market. And what I think is interesting, if you look at this, right? Look at how, for example, Pat Surtain got $24 million a year, then Jalen Ramsey, 24.1. Right? How people always just kind of go a little bit higher. Denzel Ward was 20.1, then AJ Terrell goes 20.25. Always kind of resetting the market, outdoing the last one. I told you the price would continue to go up. Derek Stingley is a great corner for the Houston Texans. He got $30 million. It was a 3-year 90, right? So Sauce gets a little bit higher, and I thought it was interesting when I saw the number at, 120.4, that 0.4 averages out to 0.1 per year, just a little bit more than Derek Stingley Jr. But Sauce resets the market, and here's the deal. He deserves it. Okay, I keep on telling you guys how many times on Jets Latest have I been talking about how his PFF grades and some of his stats literally grade out as the best cornerback in the NFL. So let's check out some of them. If you've been listening to Jets and watching Jets Latest, you know these already, right? His 91.9 PFF coverage grade, the best in the NFL since he's been in the league. He is 46 incompletions forced, the most since entering the league. He allows a 50.9 completion percentage against his coverage. That is the best in the league since he's been there. He allows a league low 0.6 yards per cover snap. Best in the league. So many ways, so many of these deep stats show that Sauce's coverage is actually the best in the league. And the other thing we talk about here on Jets Latest a lot is the idea is that Aaron Glenn is now going to leverage the best cornerback in the league playing man coverage. I talk about it all the time, the man coverage that he plays and how Sauce and his tall, lanky frame is going to be great for that, along with guys like Brandon Stevens, along with guys like A.Z. Thomas. But this is a great day, okay? Because yesterday it was Garrett Wilson. Today it is Sauce Gardner. We have been talking about it all summer. You've seen on social media all summer. Extend these guys, extend these guys. Well, now, right on the precipice of going into training camp, they get the job done. And I really think that even adds to the culture, right? Sauce and Garrett Wilson showed up at minicamp, showed up at OTAs, talked about how they want to be part of this. And the Jets are now signaling that they want these guys, their young studs, their cornerstones, to be part of this turnaround. And I think that adds energy to the entire building when they gather for a training camp. So yesterday, it was Garrett Wilson getting the bag. Today, it is Sauce Gardner getting the bag. Both of them are excited. Both of them deserve it. Both of them are now among the top at their positions when it comes to contracts for their annual values. So we are ready. We have locked it all up, and we are ready to go for training camp. That is this edition of Jets Latest. But one of the things I always want to do here now, guys, is bring you into the fold, right? Our channel is growing. Thank you to everyone who's watching, subscribing, telling a Jets fan friend to tell a Jets fan friend. And here's what some of you guys have to say. Kenneth B. Ken says, I'm happy for Garrett and Sauce. Absolutely, I am too. These guys, listen, Garrett Wilson was doing it with Zach Wilson and, Mike White and Tim Boyle, for goodness sakes, right? Sauce Gardner toiling through this, when obviously the Jets weren't up to snuff, right? And he was an all-pro, but the rest of the team wasn't, and they want to be part of this. I am happy for them. They showed their commitment to us. We're showing our commitment to them. Old Dave 1000 says, it's great to have the season here, and all we've heard about this team is positive. Doesn't it feel good? It feels like a fresh new start here for the Jets. The new brain trust, the new approach, the new attitude, right? It does feel different. I do think there is reasons to be optimistic. And then Sharon McLean has been on this Jets Latest comments before, says, feeling a strange sense of positivity, and I love it. You are becoming one of my faves for sure, talking about Jets Latest and the Spittin' Statistician. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the growth of this channel. I can sense the optimism. I can sense the excitement, and we are going to get going in training camp in just about a week's time. These guys, including G5, including Sauce, are coming together for what should be a great season. And keep it locked here all season, because I will be here on Jets Latest. But like always, if you want to hear more from me, the Spittin' Statistician Dane Martinez, I'm the host of the FTN Fantasy Show over on SiriusXM, Channel 87, the Fantasy Channel. As you're starting to get ready maybe for fantasy football, we've got great insights, rankings, discussions, and FTN Fantasy is a great website. Articles, content, stats, rankings, a lot of great simulations and tools and data points to help you become a better fantasy player and a better sports gambler. Okay, and speaking of sports gambling, I'm also the host of In Game Live over on Sports Grid TV. We go around the world of sports every night trying to find those live betting opportunities. If you see something, say something. And if you want to hit me up on social media at Spittin' Speeds, please do so. Hit me up in the comments. I love engaging with you fans. It is an exciting time for the green and white. And you know one thing, we'll be here on Jets Latest to talk about it. But for now, we out of here. Congratulations, Sauce. Congratulations, G5. We'll see you next week in Training Camp 2025. We out of here. Peace.